let's see here. Alrighty then. Well, so might as well get started because I'm not sure why Mixer is not working currently. So, hi, not EMK, and I'm here to build keyboards. Well, not today specifically. I am creating Holy Mint Panda switches. They're a pretty fun switch to have and use because they're very tactile and everything. Just gonna grab this to help clean switches. So yeah. But yeah, Holy Mint Pandas. They're just like Holy Pandas, but they are mint in color. They don't actually taste like mint, and I could test it out to tell you it doesn't taste like mint, of all things. But they are a pretty interesting switch, nonetheless. And everything. Alright, hold on a second. Well, it looks like I can't monetize this video. Well, should probably find more playlists instead of just this one. Even though this one's all no copyright stuff, which is very helpful. But essentially, Holy Mint Panda switches are basically just like this, where you have the Mint Panda housings by YOK and Novelkeys, and the Halo stem. You can use any color. It's just I prefer the Halo clears because it makes it looks right with it in a way. I don't really think the salmon one would work for me, just how it looks in general. But overall, it's like a good switch if you want to color code your keyboard or color coordinate your keyboard and everything. So yeah. I'm not sure how long this would take, but compared to my last stream, I feel it would take a little less time because I did not have to I didn't have to disassemble the switches because I disassembled all of them right before work. And whatnot, so it's probably not as long. But yeah, essentially, yeah, I say essentially a lot. We are making Holy Pandas. We're lubing them with Trybosis 3203, which is a pretty good lubricant overall. For mostly, from what they say, is for beginners and everything, and there's no tactility lost. But compared to lubricants or greases / lubricants like 205G0, this one's more light or more perfect for the beginner, because you don't want to accidentally put too much, and then you're gonna have a lot of issues along the way with your keys being slow to rise, or just overall your keyboard is just not feeling good. I heard some issues such as switch chatter or key chatter, where it'll create like as if the contacts are touching from time to time for like a short period of time. Bapis. What's poppin' over in? I see you there. But yeah, essentially just making a bunch of these switches. Pretty fun, pretty tactile. It's good for if you want a good tactile keyboard. And everything. Should probably relube the brush. But just like this in 205 grade 0, you don't want to get too much on your brush or too much on the stem, or else yeah, you're not gonna have a good time with your keyboard. As I said before, key chatter and your switches being too slow. You don't have to go into very deep detail of this, but it does help most of the time. Basically just brush all the sides. Just don't brush on top, don't brush on the inside of the stem, and you're golden. But yeah, the reason why I do like these switches is the tactile feel of them. Ever since I've heard about it, I always thought they're kind of cool. They're just a cool switch to have. They were pretty good for a lot of people. A lot of people also has dubbed this to be a godly switch in a way. Not just because it has a halo stem in it, but it's just feels pretty good for a switch and everything. And the halo switches already feel pretty good themselves, because they do feel a lot like Topre. But in a way, I do like it. I do like the original Halos, unmodified and everything. But it's just a little bit too much for me, in a way. Or it's just something I'm not as used to much anymore. It's a bit too much. Really should work on lighting here. Having one desk lamp doesn't really help out. But this is also not just a lube stream, it's also kind of a review stream of the switch holder that I got. This acrylic switch holder holds about 64 switches. It also makes a good lube station, which is what it was advertised as when I got it. I bought it from Space Cat Design. They have a lot of pretty good stuff there that most stores or most keyboard stores don't really carry. Overall, I would say it's a pretty good switch holder. Does the job. That's essentially what I wanted to do. And everything. I gotta try to balance out both being comfortable and having to get what I'm doing on camera. That's a tough balance, but as long as I keep working on it, it should be fine. I think this one, nope, didn't do the back. But yeah, I did hear about Norbauer. He was working on trying to create a robot that would lube the stems of your switches for you. I thought it was an interesting concept. I feel like it could be done with a Arduino controller, some motors and everything. Make sure and just have the ability to move it up and down, left and right, anywhere, mostly for both the brush and be able to pick up stuff such as the switch stems. But it depends on the method on how they're going to be lubed, either the traditional brush way or the bag lubing method, which I only know the name of but don't know actually how to do. Oh boy, one road done soon. Not sure what method I should try and go with for these. If I should just get each road done, then put the housings on top, or top housings on, or just get it all done and then put top housings on all of them. In a way, it would be pretty satisfying. To do all of them, but it would get rid of some work that I would have to do later by putting them on. Whoa, hello, hello. Hello, people. But, yeah. It is a pretty, it's a pretty good lube station, not gonna lie, for about $24 or $24.99. I think that's what I bought it for. I'd have to check the order form or the website. It works pretty well. Holds switches in tightly and everything. I can get things done easily, and I won't have issues with putting on top housings and everything. But I gotta try to keep everything in camera view, which is a tough balance. Tough balance. Maybe if I adjust the angle. There we go. Now I can sit a little bit more comfortably. But yeah, if you guys don't know, I have a lot of these panda housings. Some of you have probably seen, some of you probably haven't. Because I do love these switches. They're pretty cool. Basically, Panda Army, I call them. About 1,000 of them total. I'd have to recount them, because I know a few are gone and everything. But I know I have 550 total Holy Pandas from Mass Drop when they had them a few months ago and everything. I think in August. So remember, that's when I bought the 330 pack of them for $400. It's not a waste, but I do plan on using them. And I do plan on modding those ones with more switch lubricant. Because yes, everyone says it's bad. It's bad how lubricant job is on those from the factory. Terribly done and everything, blobby, little messes everywhere in it. But some would say they can't really complain, it's already done, because some don't really focus on that as some would, or others would, in a way. And compared to the original Panda housings, they are just about the same. The YOK Mint ones, they're mostly just different color, same material, same kind of linear stem that it has, or that the original Inveer Pandas has, not to the drop Holy Pandas, which are already technically a FrankenSwitch, but in a way could also not be considered FrankenSwitch since they are manufactured as such, but by certain methods. Overall, it's pretty good. Oh, that fell. But if anyone wants to talk about anything, it's fine. Well, I try to fill in the conversations of just talking in general about, well, anything. Even though at max we had about 6 people here, then back down to 2 again. But once I get in my Lily 58 Pro keyboard, and that's where the fun begins. I do want to do build services, but yeah, no one's buying. I'd have to get a lot of trades through Mech Market in order to get the ability to do or to advertise build service. But in a way, I might start something on Fiverr. Basically help you assemble a shopping list for your dream keyboard for $1. Or just do a general, hey, I could help tailor a shopping list for you, depending on what you want. I ask a few questions on what you want for your keyboard. What size do you want your keyboard? What kind of keycaps you want? What colors would you like? But overall, this is just mostly what I'm doing. Pretty mundane stream. It's just the usual of just switch lubing and everything. But as I said before, yeah, the Lily 58 Pro I am waiting to get, and I cannot wait for it because it looks pretty good. I ordered it last night. It is looks like a pretty good ergonomic keyboard to build. Uses 2 Pro Micros TRRS cable, since it is a split ergo keyboard. I would have to get a set of keycaps for it, but I'll try to see around what there is to get, because there is very little to limited options to get keycaps for that. Because no one really buys split ergo keyboards as much in the US as compared to Japan, where it's seen as more popular in most meetups and everything. But it will be something interesting to try out and review. Maybe it would help out me typing more, so I could stop tap typing, touch typing, tap typing, one of those two. Overall, yeah, it's just basic keyboard building, chores and whatnot. If you're not entertaining, You're not getting people in your stream, sadly. That's how it works. You have to build an audience, at least in a different place. And as soon as you build that audience there, you try to work and get more. Or try to have to work them over to your next platform and then regain back there. So you have 2 platforms to work on instead of just one. Mostly my channel has just become my YouTube channel, which is the exact same name as mine. Has just become basic stream dump channel, I would say, or VOD channel. Since I haven't uploaded anything in at least a couple months. Except for streams, or my last stream. Not my actual last stream. Where is that one stream that I won't post because it has copyright music in it. Might still be in the VOD section of this channel. If you want to watch it, feel free. It's not my best stream since it was just the try to answer questions for people stream. Just no one really joins those very much. But I should probably work on just building a playlist instead of just have what's playing now. Doesn't really fit the theme with this this stream and what I'm trying to do. Ooh, that is covered. Okay, that's really covered. Went way too deep. I do really want to sell this Holy Panda bathwater novelty item jar. But I'm not sure if I should sell it either as a kit or as is. In a way where you could build it yourself and then have it filled with any liquid that you want with a Holy Panda switch in it. Or just have it as is. You're gonna buy it, then I'll probably fill it with water, make sure actual bath water for Holy Panda switches and whatnot, because that's the point of it. It's just a fun novelty item. Bring it to meetups, bring it to anywhere. But overall, yeah. Just gotta keep on working on building lubing all these switches. I really do need a better camera angle. This one's just not, in a way, close enough to where I would want it. Maybe I shouldn't use this drafting table. Just use the table underneath it. Usually I only have this out because I drew a lot. I had this here on my desk, so I'd be able to draw easier or use the drafting table to help me draw so I can get a better angle and not have my head tilt down as much and everything. Maybe I just need a webcam so then people would be able to see who is the face behind the camera, or what. 'Cause usually that's what people want to see. Who is the face behind the camera, or who's the one that is building these switches? Because if you just see no one, then it just seems as if it's some autonomous channel just building keyboards to someone that's just talking and everything. Did I lube every part? Crud. In a way, I would want to develop some kind of switch pliers to where you're able to hold, where it holds on to the stem for you, so you can lube it. Then once you're done, it would just drop. You could just let go a little bit and drop it in to where it needs to be. It would mostly be specifically made for cherry switches, so it'd be held in a way where it doesn't damage the switch, or just have rubber pads on the side so it can grip onto the switch stem without harming it or misshaping it, so keycaps wouldn't be able to, or wouldn't have issues staying on, because either it's too large one way, too large another way. Nope, the back, side, side. I forgot the front on that one. But overall, it is just lubing switches. But as soon as I got back from work, I got today specifically, I went to prepare for the stream, but decided to stay in my work clothes. Because working late nights is what I do. I'm pretty sure this stream wouldn't be as long as the other lube stream that I did before. So if there's about 64 switches in here, then that would mean 11, 22, 33, 44, 54, 64, 11, 32, 11, 22, 33, 32. So around there would be the halfway point, I'd say. Yeah. because if you take one there, take one there. I see. Yeah, I thought that area was 32nd one. I thought it didn't seem right. But then when you put it into a 3x3 way, each one would be missing just one. Instead of have two missing how it's on the bottom because of the tree. Which I'm not sure why that tree is there. Because I know it's not the Space Cat logo. And I know they, from what I learned, they do buy their stuff on Taobao and then resell it. Which in a way, I don't see as bad because that's how most things are nowadays. You can't complain. But yeah. Overall, a 6 is just pretty calming just to do. Just making switches for keyboards and everything that you like. And it just basically just helps you feel more as if you're played a larger part in making your keyboard. Instead of just sitting on the sidelines compared to just building one with a hot swap PCB and switches and keycaps. Overall, and I say a lot of same words a lot. I really should stop that. But next week, Monday, I have the day off. That's pretty good. And I'm just waiting until the 15th. So I would be able to get my GMK white on black set. Which is a pretty good set. For pretty cheap from a lot of places. Since, well, on drop for about 110 compared to most sets being around 130, 135. Because of group buy runners cut, which I can't complain about. They also need to try to make money as well, especially running group buys, which is pretty difficult from what I heard. But I really do wish we did kind of move more to a keep stuff in stock format in a way. Let's change song. Instead of just keep running group buys. But overall, can't really complain. As long as I'm getting the item and no one's running away with my money. And what is there to worry about? Well, there is a lot to worry about depending on where you live. Package thieves. The people that steal stuff off your doorstep. That's no fun. Currently the area I live in is doesn't have many people like that because everyone's just old. Everyone's just old people and everywhere. And they don't do much. No one around's really old either. And a lot of new people moving in have kids that I don't even think they know the concept of package thieving, which is good because you never want to teach them about crime. Crime's bad. But overall, I would say yeah. I do want to keep on doing stuff like this and find time, but mostly the time that I'm streaming, which is not a good time for a lot of people unless you're in Hawaii or something. Because right now it is already 11, almost 12 o'clock for people in the East Coast, around 9 o'clock for people on the West, and out on the ocean in Hawaii, probably around 6 or 7, I think. Because I know they're before the international dateline and everything. Which, funny enough, I've gone past the international dateline twice in a row. That's mostly for one trip, but if it's not much different. Technically, I'm a day younger than what I would actually be. Would I? No. Yes? I'd have to do the math. And I can't do math right now, because right now I'm building Holy Panda switches for myself. That's probably why I don't get I can't really build anything, because I can't really build anything, because don't have building service. In a way, I would do shopping experiences or help people with choosing parts and everything. Custom tailor a shopping list that would, or spreadsheet, since working with spreadsheets is pretty fun. And just helping people choose all the right items they want for their dream keyboard, and telling them what times that they should order so they would get all the items on the exact same day, and then just build the keyboard that day. If they want to have a keyboard that they would solder or a hot swap keyboard, then that would be tailorable. I forgot to lube this one. But overall, it's or maybe I didn't. Nope, I didn't. Overall, what am I doing? It's just building keyboards. It's just pretty fun. Sweet, I'm down to one viewer, and that is myself. honestly just need to keep on working on doing this. I won't be caring for viewers as much. Or at least try to have more and more people wanting to watch my streams instead of just sitting back alone, partying myself. That's how it always is. I don't even think my title's changed on either of my streams, because it still says custom keyboard hardware support line AMA or keyboard AMA. Maybe if I refresh the page. Nope, it changed. Sweet. But yeah, essentially it's just building Holy Mint Pandas. Which right now I'm pretty happy with, because they do look nice and everything. And I would love to build more of these for people that want to color code their keyboards to mint, or have a more rare switch top or switch housing color, because I do love the different switch housing colors there are. It's just like me getting back into Lego again. It's just building Lego, seeing all the different colorful pieces. But when you get a lot of the pieces, or a lot of different color pieces to match and everything, so that's where it's the most fun, or that's where it looks best, because I also want to try to go for aesthetics in my buildings, but I never had the right pieces to actually build something, which kind of made me mad, because I could never find the right color piece or the right size of what I'm looking for. But I always made sure to at least try to build something awesome. But can't really complain. Overall, it's just keep on building, building, building. Whatever you can have, what do you have on hand? It's probably the most valuable part of it, because if you could use everything you have in hand, then you're basically unstoppable. And there's nothing to really stop you from just building, which is originally why you have Lego. Just use those random pieces, build something. Just try to bring your imagination to real life, in a way. There we go. I had a window in the way of my stream on Twitch, so I could see Twitch chat. I don't even know why I have Mixer open still, since Mixer is not working for me for my stream. But can't really complain. As long as I have Twitch running, or Twitch or Mixer running, either one works, since I am doing dual stream to 2 different services, one being Twitch, the other Mixer. But yeah, for some reason the Mixer end isn't working properly, since it's a shame, but overall, still don't really see a reason to try to complain. I don't really think my Mixer population or Mixer audience is growing, since Mixer is seen more as a ninja only platform, or the ninja platform That one that everyone, that Ninja has gone to, everyone else has gone to, or not everyone, just a few, select few that decide, hey, I'm gonna go there. But it's mostly popular because Ninja. I can't complain. At least some of that popularity kind of helps out some of these smaller streamers that decide to go there. I can't really judge the volume of the music, so I don't know if it's too loud or it's not loud enough for some. But what is everyone's thoughts on fruit? I think fruit is pretty good because it's edible, it's tasty, it's sweet. I do wish they had like a savory kind of fruit, a fruit that has more of a savory flavor instead of sweet. That would be like eating stuff like rosemary and whatnot. And you can eat rosemary, but it's just not good. It's just not as good to. But mostly the savoriness comes from things such as salt. Mostly it's just salt. I kind of just want something that tastes like beef, but as fruit. Like a beef flavored fruit. Just take a bite into it and it's like eating a steak. In a way, it kind of sounds disgusting now I think more about it. But I mean, if it were real, I wouldn't really hesitate to try it, because it could be something good or it could be something bad. Either way. Oh boy, down to one viewer. That's myself. Oh boy, almost finished with the 11 rows. Now we're gonna be down to the 10 rows shortly. Basically the 2 rows of 10 from the 44 switch holes for the 11 rows. So about 4 rows of 11 switches and then 2 rows of 10, which bring it about to 64. That one looks pretty good. But yeah, in a way, this is just small, mundane activity to do, but does improve your keyboards by a lot if you decide to take more time to feel how the key switches and everything feel, because it makes your keys feel a lot more smooth. Especially if you have linear switches and then you loop them with 205G0. But you gotta make sure, or is it? It's not really 205G0 is not really lube. It's more of a grease. In a way, it makes your linear switches way smoother. Way more smooth, since smoother is not really a word. Overall, it's still not a bad item to get, especially if you have linear switches. Makes them really good. Overall, can't really complain. Just gotta keep on modding keyboards and doing everything here and there, and I'll eventually get somewhere. Also, fun fact, I do run the Set It community for mechanical keyboards, because I saw Set It, since it was a alternative to Reddit that felt actually about the same as Reddit. It was more open. I decided, hey, why not? I went to check one day, and hey, it seems to be open. So I decided to take it on and post a bunch of stuff and just have fun overall. Even though it's kind of dead over there, since mostly everyone goes there to go see the Set It version of Reddit's r/watch people die that got banned around last year due to the ads and everything that Reddit needed. Or no, I think it was this year it was banned because of the thing that happened in New Zealand that you should keep in memory but not talk about lightly, because it's not a very light type topic to talk about. Overall, it's just building switches to make keyboards better for myself. Shouldn't really say everyone, since I'm not really building this for anyone. But if someone does want to buy, it might open up to offers. And just keep on chugging along. I can't wait until I get the Lily Pro 58. It's gonna be first actually building a hot swap keyboard instead of just assembling on an already built hot swap keyboard. It was a decision either between that one or the Corn keyboard, CORNE, which has a very similar layout, but I think the Corn has one less row of keys compared to the Lily Pro. And the layout is also kind of odd. But I can't wait to use that. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to get 2 Pro Micro controllers. I'll get 2 USB-C ones, so I could just get rid of my USB micro cables, yeet them out the window. Since, yeah, I'm trying to move all my devices over to USB-C, so I'll just have one cable to plug in my keyboard, one cable to plug in my phone, one cable to plug into anything with USB-C. I just don't like how the USB-C standard is just power, just like in a way, everywhere. USB-C power standards not really standardized. Everything from USB power delivery, USB-C, then just have like power everywhere, or USB power delivery. I think that's the standard for power delivery and everything. Okay, about 18 switches to go. I think I have a total of about 100 halo stems to work with. So I can't really, I don't really have enough housings out and open already to use, so I'll just stick with the, just doing all these ones so I have enough to fit my current board. Because on my current board, it uses all those modified drop Holy Pandas switches. And it also has a one single Holy Mint Panda that has the Halo True stems, which is the salmon colored stems, instead of the Halo Clear stems, which are more like opaque in a way, opaque white instead of just directly white. I'm so glad that the Trybosis does not spill, or at least if it does, it just doesn't spill very fast, since it's more like a jelly or a paste or jelly. Hey Gmu, how's it going? See you in chat there. Just lubing all these Halo stems today. It's about 64 of them for these YOK Mint Panda switches, or switch housings. I've taken out all of my the Panda stems from them and just thrown them into the Unholy Panda box, I call it, which is just a bunch of Halo stems I have. But I might put those up somewhere in case if anyone wants them. Right now I am using Trybosis 3203 at the moment from Switch Mod, and it is it's a pretty good lube for beginners in a way to use. I've been using it and it just works out for me for what I want to do, especially for its qualities for tactile switches. Yeah, there's a lot of lube options if you go to Switch Mod, which is one of the websites that people use to get most of their lubricants, such as 303, 3204, 205G0 from that most people would use. But that is mostly for linear switches and whatnot, such as red switches and yeah, any linear switch. Gateron yellows. Yeah, those ones. The milky top ones. Not the solid black top ones. I'm not sure about those ones or how different they are compared to the other ones. Or the regular black top ones and everything. Yeah. Halos are, in a way, it's like non-jokingly a godly switch, no pun intended, but it's they are supposed to recreate the Topre switch experience, which is mostly in those real force boards, the HHKB boards, and the Norbauer. Or I think the Norbauer is more just like a custom housing for the real force boards made by, well, I don't really know his name, but it's Norbauer and everything. Hold on a second. Yeah. Yeah, Halo Pandas, they don't really, you can't really buy them from a store. You have to kind of either make them or be lucky enough to get some from drop when they have a drop for them, which is a special case. Yeah, essentially a FrankenSwitch. It's either two roads, one of them less seen compared to the other, so the other is kind of the only option unless you do hit the right time at drop. Oh, that is a bit too much on the brush. Yeah, waiting 1 month is also would definitely be a deal breaker for me. That too. True. Yeah, group buys, they just take way too long. Like, give it to me now. I ordered it. I gave you my money. Like, you have my money already. But, yeah. I did order something from Drop recently, which was the, GMK white on black kit. Or keycap kit, which I think is pretty good. Color wise. So it could blend well with one of my new artisans I also have recently, which is another alien artisan, but in the black on white color scheme. I can't really say what the name of the color palette. I think that's the right word. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that set. It's pretty good. I do recommend. There is Bento does look pretty good, but there are you could still get them on Mech Market. It's just gonna be very pricey since it's still pretty sought after for some. Because I'm gonna be like absolutely honest here. Almost any set with Japanese legends, Japanese theming, everyone's gonna dog all over it and just go for it. Because that's just where it's at. Not only that, they do look pretty aesthetically pleasing, and they do fit the theme of the set. Since I've also had a conversation about this topic, don't just throw Japanese legends on your set if it doesn't actually fit the theme of it to have them. It's like how I talked about GMK Goldmine, which is created by Merlin. He made that one, and people were asking unironically, hey, is there gonna be Hiragana sub-legends, or is there gonna be Japanese sub-legends? And from a design standpoint, there should never be, and also they did say there will never be something like that, and it would be a terrible idea to actually put them on, because it would just make this, it just break the theme of the set, or just mess up the whole theme, and it's just be gold legends with Japanese gold sub legends. It's like, what's the theme? The golden era of Japan. Gold. I'm not sure what to call it. It's gold something with gold. But I know Gold Rush does look better without anything like that, and more staying to the theme by it being more gold. And everything. But I'm gonna try to see soon, once I get my PBT, or not PBT, Lily Pro 58, and see what keycap sets are available for it. But I'm gonna have to order more things, such as the TRRS cable, the 2 microcontrollers, and yeah, I think that's about it for that. I do wish it was RGB enabled. So then it would actually be a pretty good RGB ergonomic keyboard to use. So I've always wanted to try ergonomic, but since I live in absolute nowhere for meetups, I don't see why not. Is just buy it, try it, don't like it, then just try to see if you could sell it back to the mech market community, do a giveaway or whatnot. Take time to try and like it, and if you don't like it after that amount of time, just sell it. Give it to a friend, a birthday gift, anything. Because it would be an interesting build, but for the total price of it, if you can include the switches, controllers, and the standoffs and whatnot, yeah, it is pretty expensive. I think for one build, it would be about rounded 120 for one whole build. But that is not including keycaps, and already finding keycaps as is pretty difficult, especially for ergo keyboards. But they do look pretty good, since they are not only eye candy, they do work for a lot of people that want to just type in a more ergonomically comfortable way, be able to move each half the keyboard to just wherever you want, instead of just have to keep your arms locked in one way. You can split it out a bit more further so it fits your shoulder width, instead of having your shoulders or arms more closer together, between your shoulders, or between your shoulder width, which is not very comfortable, especially over a long period of time. But overall, it's just it's gonna be fun, especially getting to build that. Not sure when, but if I'm gonna be free on Wednesdays, I'll try to build around then. But yeah, just building keyboards and just wanting to build more, but have really no way of doing so, because I can't just buy everything and then build everything. Then I'm not going to be making money. I'm going to be losing more money if I'm just sticking with what I have now, which is just building stuff for me. But no one really wants to see stuff just built and not have it actually go to anyone. In a way, it's kind of like a narcissistic thing, or self-centered. It depends, because I just want to try to give back to the community somehow. But since I'm not gonna be here long, most people that do actually build keyboards on stream are build streamers that stream their stream builds and everything through their keyboard services, like Anthony from 001 Keyboards, Teha Types, a few others and everything. All of them have build services. Chubies, he also has he does build services through Mech Market, I think, and just build in general. Teha mostly just uses his own website and everything that people just commission. But he doesn't do cheap builds. He does like TGR essentially just TGR Jane keyboards, TGR Alice's, Key Cults, all those expensive ones. Which in a way, I do want to build those, but I just really wish I could have those just for a personal build for myself. Maybe in later days when I have enough money, I'll buy a TGR. Or buy something similar. Like, I just want a USB-C TGR board. So if I got that, man, I'd be so happy. Because I've liked the concept of TGR boards and it looks so good. But it doesn't support USB-C. It supports USB Mini. Not micro, no, Mini. Is an old connector that I do not like, because it's not unidirectional. It's just it has to be plugged in one way or the other, or else it's not gonna work. Or not one way or the other, it's just one way, or it's not gonna work at all. USB-C, it's just simple. So if you ever are looking for a board, one of the best things to just look for, especially just build wise, is the connector. Because USB-C basically just keeps you from having to change a lot of cables on a lot of devices, especially phones nowadays, taking on more USB-C instead of USB Mini, or can't really say for Apple, since their phones still have not changed yet from Lightning. which is also a pretty decent connection, not gonna lie, but the issue is that their connectors also do allow for different security issues that have popped up recently, such as some people have bought USB-C cables or USB cables for lightning devices that will take your data and send it out, but it will still work as a normal device, which is the point of it. Not only is it to take your data through it, it's also to take some of that data, copy it, take it out, and send it to whoever. And if you carry a lot on your phone, like your PayPal, your bank account, your numbers, your everything, then you're gonna lose a lot the second you fall for one of those. But as long as banks do keep their encryption and everything going, then shouldn't be an issue. But it has popped up in recent news lately. Well, not really recent, because I've seen it a few weeks ago through technology subreddits, specifically r/technology, r/gadgets. But it's always just good to either buy trusted third parties or buy actual first party accessories. Then most time you won't have an issue. So don't just go out and buy some random brand from China, Vietnam, all those places that do major electronics manufacturing. But mostly it's just try to stick with first party and trusted third parties. And those issues will basically never happen. And always stay knowledgeable of what to look for, what is the right one for you, and not the right one for the person that's trying to take the data away from you, or take your data. It's not really taken away from you. I really gotta try to figure out how I should try to keep stream entertaining while trying not to go to rambling. Since chat is, well, there's about 3 people here. I know one of them's me and everything. The other is another friend of mine, I think. And then also you, Jimu. But I try to keep up with chat while I can. Oh boy. The final one. This is gonna be good. Whoa, hello. Zentik? Or is it X3NTIK? X3NTIK? Yeah. That's kind of how people would say my name from time to time. In a way like that, where they would say it as if how it's pronounced instead of how it's how I originally intended it to be said, such as when I first donated Teha and everything. Yeah, mints and clears, they're way better than the mince and salmon, because you don't eat mince salmon. No, that's usually something you eat after salmon. But this keeps it ice cold, clear, minty. So that's how it's should be. And it's color coded well. But yeah, just overall finishing up this last one, then I will be taking all these and switch housings that I have up here in this box from Novel Keys, or at least this was the same box I got my Novel Keys shipments into. Alright. Or at least got my shipment of pandas from in. Oh no. Oh, so much for having a clean switch station to work with. Oh well, I could always clean it later. After stream. Because stream, I only try to do what I have planned. Save it for after. But, back to the topic. When I first, about the name pronunciation. When I first donated to Teha, he says, "Thank you, not Yemk." It's like, okay, that's a new one. And I grilled him about how my name is pronounced in his Discord. Not like actually grill him, just put him on the burner for a bit, or put him on roast. Is that what people say? I don't know. It's one of those two. All right. Just gonna wipe my hands a bit with the rag. But overall, should be done with all this. All right. There we go. Just gotta keep on going on about this. I really do wish I got that the switch opener that they have from Mechanical Keyboards. The website Mechanical Keyboards. Their website, or mechanicalkeyboards.com. Not sponsored, but hey, if they want to sponsor me, I'm open for it. Overall, yeah. I wanted to get their cherry switch openers that they have that allows you to take the tops off the switch if your the switch holder allows it, or the switch plate that you're using for your keyboard allows it, and everything. Then you'd be able to switch the switch tops, or just be able to put the switch tops in easier, take them out easier, so you can swap them out with different colored ones, such as on Space Cat's website. They also have different switch tops. Not sponsored, but would love to have them sponsor. They have different switch tops, different colored switch tops, so you could swap out the current one that you have for a different one. But I do wish there was a company that just produced stems. It's like you could actually have your stems in different colors and whatnot. It's like if you want to use a you want to use a linear stem, but the linear stem that you want is red, doesn't really match, then you can just buy one in the color that they have, so it could be more matching with your switch. Or you could take a similar switch from a different company and use that stem, but then you'd end up with just trash-like switches that no one would really buy. But yeah. Just putting on the switch top housings for these. It's pretty nice. I could just pop them on. I actually have to take them out of the holder, switch holder. I could just have them all set up and ready for, well, whatever exactly. I do know I'll just put all of them, put all these ones in my KBD 6X, or basically the KBD HHKB tofu board. Oh, I hope I didn't bend anything there. And everything. But overall, should be almost done with this shortly. Why do I keep doing this? But yeah, probably around the time that I finish up this stream, I might just throw a raid over to 001 Keyboards or Anthony. He's pretty cool. It's also pretty funny. It's also good because he's another streamer. It's always good to help out others and try to promote yours that way, and try to help promote others, because everyone's here to build each other up, not bring each other down. Except for that one time where a lot of these different a lot of these people that tried to monetize the keyboard community instead of having a lot of, or tried to throw out some guy from the keyboard community by being pushy. What do you have all your switches sitting on? Oops, sorry, I didn't see your message there. But I have my switches on a Space Cat design switch holder, which is actually a switch holder from that you could buy on Taobao, but if you buy it on Taobao, then it's gonna take months, or at least about a month or two to ship to you. But if you buy it from Space Cat, you basically buy it from someone that has to wait that month, and you only have to wait at least a couple days, depending on what shipping method you choose. But overall, it's a pretty good switch holder, especially for lubing, because it makes things go a lot faster. Especially since it just took an hour, about an hour and a half total to lube all these switches, or lube all the stems, and reassemble. But it usually would take about 2 hours to disassemble, re-lube all the everything else, and then just rebuilding them. Usually, about 2 hours to do the whole thing, because I made sure to prepare ahead of time today by taking them apart, organizing everything, making sure it's all good, set up, and perfect, so I can get this done fast and be able to do a few more things before I go to bed. So make sure to at least just do these before bed in a way to just wind down, just have fun, be able to get things completed instead of just have tasks them just have building up. Because right now I have a lot to finish, especially content making wise, such as finishing up the N Pro 2 review and doing a review of the Model O mouse. Essentially, the only difference that, well, since you already mentioned it, besides the color, there really is not much of a difference for them. It's really only the color difference is the only thing that differentiates them, except for this one variation of YOK Pandas that you can get from novelties they just released recently, which is a custom YOK Panda housing with a purple stem. It's a tactile stem. I think it's about 75 grams force on it, or 75 gram force spring on it. But it has a purple stem. It's one of their newly released switches, and I thought it looked pretty cool, and I wanted to get those to try them out, but I just decided I wanted to get all the Mint Pandas before they sell out, and then they won't make any more again, or at least that's what they're saying. They could be lying to me. And then just buy a bunch of Mint Pandas, and now I have a bunch of Mint Pandas that are about the same value as before. Yeah, I strongly recommend ordering them soon. Alright, I just lost everything. No, never mind, found everything. Yeah, I don't think you would have to wait forever if you're shipping it to somewhere in Hawaii, right? Or at least, I see. Yeah, since Novel Keys is in US and they're based out of West Virginia, I think. Hold on a second, I'll check on the box. Yeah, Philippi, West Virginia. That's where they're based in, so I don't think you would have to wait as long. But they would also say how long it would take for each shipping method that you decide to order. Since I do know that they do, oh no, since I do know that they do let you choose what you want to pay for shipping. Usually I would go for the 2-day methods that they have, but I'm based out of nowhere, but that nowhere is in the continental US. No, wait. No. Hold on. I gotta do geography real quick. That is based in the main part of the US, not on the outlying places such as Hawaii, Alaska, and all those islands over by Florida. But overall, yeah, their shipping speeds are pretty fast. Depends on what methods you choose. And yeah, I've not seen a lot of the different shipping methods depending on where you have them shipped to. But they should be about the same if you're ordering from somewhere in the US. This might be slightly slower. Alright. There we go. 64 YOK Panda housing switches or Mint Pandas with halo clear stems. Should probably turn it this way so the logo's right. These are most likely going into my KBD 6X or KBD HHKB tofu case with PCB. Whichever one floats your boat, but whichever one floats anyone's boat, because I try to also pair this up with whoever decides to rewatch this on YouTube. But yeah, how big is this switch plate? Seems to be around 6 by 9 inches. Nice. But yeah, it is I do definitely recommend this if you do a lot of keyboard switch lubing. It's nice acrylic plate. I probably should get some rubber feet to add underneath this so it doesn't scratch the acrylic. So keep the acrylic looking nice. And overall, it's just pretty good. They don't snap in like normal switch plates. They're just friction fit, being held in by the pressure of these switch little clips that they have on the actual switch themselves, which is why you see some people have switch clip grabbers. How much did it cost? I had the order sheet for this right nearby, but I think it was around $24.99. I could double check real quick. I have it opened up, or I have it favorited. Yeah, about $24.99 for one of these. And it's pretty thick, not gonna lie. I mean, it's thick enough to hold the switches and accommodate for the wires and switch knob at the bottom. But even then, it's still got like a lot of room underneath it. Not enough to put a second switch at the bottom, so then you'd have double the switches. Yes, I can link it. There we go. Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. That is the exact one I got from the exact place I got it. Oh, so this seems to be this tree here seems to be laser etched into it. But yeah. Well, might just end it off here soon. Any final questions for tonight? Any keyboard support questions? Because that's also what I'm trying to do. Start up a keyboard support, nightly keyboard live support stream where people could ask questions about their keyboards and get a live answer from me in chat. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask now or forever hold your peace until next stream. Yeah. But yeah, just in general, just no difference between the YOK Pandas. It's the one with the purple stem is the only one that's different. Yep. Yeah, and it also works as what they advertise on here. It also works as a switch tester, so you could have different kinds of switches. Like, gonna break out the switch palette of mine. Ooh. You'd have something like this essentially, but then have all the switches just out and already on this. These are actually not that difficult to get, just through the bottom, and they just pop out. So also ordering two would kind of give you like one specifically as a switch tester, the other as a actual loop station. Well, in a way it's also kind of just like a little bit of overspending. But yeah. I'm not sure if I should organize this in a way. Let's just put all the random switches just in whatever order I grab them in. Why do I keep on grabbing the false pandas? There we go. No, I already have one of those on there. There we go. All the different, a lot of the different YOK Panda varieties in clear and true. But just the one true, the rest are clear. But yeah, the fake YOK Panda, or the fake Holy Panda, false gods. I forgot what I called them. The Hako pre-retooled switches, which are not the best, but they were cheap at $8.99 for 36, which is really cheap, really worth it. seems to... Yeah, I'm not gonna put those ones in. Those ones are just terrible. But yeah, fit like a lot of different switches and whatnot in it. Just fun to press. Nice switch tester for linear switches, tactile, clicky, or if you want to go as far as putting the different, now new section of switches called Hall effect switches, but those ones are mostly about the same since they're all linear. You can't really make a variety of those, and it would defeat the Hall effect sensor purpose, which is to sense distance or how much you pressed, or essentially pressure and everything. But that is only in specific keyboards. There's a project that recently got funded on Kickstarter. It's called the Keystone Keyboard, which is a keyboard with Hall effect sensors and switches that take advantage of the Hall effect, meaning it will allow you to sense the distance of something or how much it has been pressed down, since it senses a small magnet in each key, or not in each key, on the switches. So you have pressure sensitivity, so you'd be able to play Rocket League easier. Instead of having a 1-0 input, you would have a decimal or float input if you take it from a programming standpoint. But yeah, overall, this does make a great display as well. You could use it to put your artisans on it, and which is also another thing they recommended. Like this alien one that I got recently. Since I do love the alien switches a lot. The black on white alien, which is actually from run number 4, but out of 150 out of 50, because everyone that I've ordered from, or from people that I've gotten from trades, I mostly got them from this one guy, and he always has the cards for them. The Eldritch keycaps. Well, this is their newer cards. This is just an older one. It's number 1 out of 50 for the black and white, or classic black alien 2 keycaps, which overall do look nice, and it's a pretty good cheap artisan that's actually hand injection molded instead of resin casted, which means artisans can be made easier, but they still will cost a lot because they're artisans. But yeah, any more questions, comments, concerns, or anything? Once I'm done pulling out all these switches from the bottom of this board, then that's when I'm done, and then I'm just gonna be sending anyone watching over to 01001 Keyboards, or better known as Anthony. What did I have for dinner? Well, I'll wake up at 1 in the afternoon each day and get prepared for work, so I don't really think I ate dinner today. I just got home from work and everything. I'm usually up at night, sleep during the day, and then go to work. But don't think I've eaten dinner yet. I was thinking of doing dinner after, or having some food after stream and everything. But yeah, nothing currently for dinner as of yet. I'll just see what I have upstairs and then planned out from there. Is this one good? Yep, that one's good. Alright, let's see here. Where is the button? Yep. But yeah, if you do get one of these, I strongly do recommend for just using it for all different purposes and everything that could be used for. And everything. Yeah, switch remover or switch opener also helps out. And a switch top opener and lube too, yeah. Or no. This is basically a switch top opener in a way. It's just the one that I got is, well, it would have worked a lot faster with a specific one. For me at least. But this, hold on a second. Yeah, this is the website that I got my switches from. Or I got my switch lube from Switch Mod. His name's Krellbit. He usually ships stuff. He doesn't ship stuff out every day like most of the mechanical keyboard shop owners do. It's kind of more of as if it's at least every week he tries to. And post like an itinerary of what he's planning on doing in his Discord, which is also a very good thing to look at if you want to get lube suggestions for switches, lube, just general lube suggestions and whatnot. Well, yeah, I'm gonna be doing a raid over to 001 Anthony. So, yeah, it's been good streaming today. It's a good stream. Max people. It's about hit the max amount of people, about 6 people watching. Overall, I would say it was good. It's been good. Today's been good. So I thank you for watching. Thank you, Jimu, for staying on. Also thank my friend who was here later and everything. But overall, yeah, just thank you for watching. And make sure to check out everyone else that I mentioned in this stream, because they're also all pretty cool. Alright, sending a raid over to Anthony. 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Goodbye.